Hey guys, what's going on? Shorty SX here, and today I have something very different from my other gameplays because today I'm bringing you some League gameplay, and this is a 39 for 6 on Standoff. This is Platinum League at the time, or I was in Platinum League, so playing against people around me, I guess. And I was playing with my friend Will, who actually did really well in this game, and I want to kind of give like a little shout out to because he played really awesomely. And that's kind of what you look forward to in League plays, because you kind of need awesome teammates, otherwise you're gonna fail. But as I say that, as I'm getting my nice little streaks here at the beginning on our lovely Spanish opponents, I figured today's commentary I'm going to use to actually kind of give you an overview of what League play is, or what you can expect from it, because I honestly don't know how many of you guys actually have been playing it or anything, so I just want to bring everyone up to the same speed. But do let me know, because I've actually been having a lot of fun with this game mode in general. And you know, in my last commentary I warned you guys this wasn't going to be with the sniper or anything, but you guys still seem excited, so anyway, here it is. So to give you a little overview about League play, so the general idea with any League match, of course, is that you don't actually give a crap about your stats. As in, don't get me wrong, of course you don't want to be just running at your enemy and feed them, you know, give them kill streaks and stuff like that, but here it's all about the objective. It's all about actually winning the game, as in it doesn't matter how you win the game, and that's the whole beauty of any competitive gaming, but it just matters about whether you win the game at the end of the match or not. It doesn't matter what your KD is, doesn't matter about anything like that. And in this game, I just so happen to have a good KD, but it doesn't really matter. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. So, okay, how does it work from the very start? Well, they're basically 3 different leagues, and they all have their each individual ranking, and you get ranked in differently for each one. But there's basically the Team Deathmatch one, which is normal 6v6. Then there's the Mosh Pit one, which is, again, 6v6, except you get to play a variation of objective types. And then there's the Champions one, which is a little different. Now, this gameplay right now is from the Champions League. But the Champions League is just meant to be a little bit more competitive, or pro, whatever you want to call it. But the idea there is that you're playing 4v4. There are a few extra rules, like no care packages, no noob tubes, and you know, rocket launchers that aren't lock-on, no tactical insertions, just stuff like that. And the other unique thing about it is that you can actually have a team of 4. Like, if you join the game with a team of 4, it will actually create a separate team for just you 4, which will have its own ranking and stuff. So that's really cool. But with that in mind, the way the game actually works at the very start is when you start in a specific league, you won't be ranked, and you'll have to play 5 ranking matches, much like you would in, let's say, StarCraft 2, or pretty much any ranking system. And based on how you do in those 5 matches, again, remember that win and loss is pretty much the only thing that seems to really matter. But after you get placed, or after you finish your 5 matches, you will get placed into a division. Now, the divisions go like this. There's basically 6 of them. At the very bottom, there's Iron, then there's Bronze, then Silver, then Gold, then Platinum, and at the very top, you have Masters. Now, Masters is meant to be for the top 2% of the active population, but, you know, whether it works perfectly, no one knows. In fact, whether the whole system works perfectly, no one knows, because it does seem to promote you or rank you up weirdly in different times, but it doesn't matter. We'll talk about this in some other commentary. As a little side note, right now you're going to see the little theater title at the top right of my screen, and that just means that right now what you're watching is theater footage, because as of right now I actually have no sound or anything in my game. The short story behind this was that basically while I was playing, my computer actually crashed, and because my sound goes through my computer, I lost my sound completely, and I lost my capture, so I had to go back into theater mode and get the second part of the gameplay. But that's just a little tip, or not a little tip, but a little observation I want to give you guys with League game, because here you can't really do anything about it, as in you have to push through. You can't be like, oh crap, my computer died, I'm gonna go AFK in the corner and fix it. No, you can't. Like, you're gonna see me sit in a second, like in a few seconds, just wait for, like, right now actually, but basically that was just for me to turn off my computer. But in League game, you can't actually just quit and be like, oh, I'm kidding, never mind, because every game counts, you know, every single score counts, and you want to do as well as you can. But anyway, I'm sorry for that. Of course, you guys know about the difference between theater and not theater, so the second part of this footage definitely looks a little delayed. But anyway, back on topic. So the way the system works after you get placed into a division, so like after you get placed into Bronze or Silver or Platinum or whatever, is that you will then be put in a random subdivision. Now, the subdivisions don't really matter, they're just more to give you an idea of where you place within your division. Now, the subdivision is going to be called something like Spider 5-5 or Spartan Alpha 0 or some crap like that. This is basically going to be a random name. and all it's going to be is let's say something like 200 people in your division and how you rank against them. So that's kind of the idea. After you get placed in the division, you play matches, you get points, and you try to increase your rank in your own division. So that's the general idea, or in your own subdivision in that case. But there's also the other part where you can actually get promoted. So if you, let's say, get placed into silver, but silver is really not where you're meant to be, and you keep winning lots of games, then you're going to get bumped up to gold. And then hopefully to platinum, and hopefully to masters. But it doesn't really work out quite as flawlessly. But just hang with me for just a second anyway. So the way to get promoted, in case you're wondering, and the only way I've actually really seen it happen, is if you get on a long win streak. A little fail with the syntax there, but you guys didn't see that. The way to get promoted, like I said, is win streaks. As in, for example, I was in platinum. Like in this game right now, I was still in platinum. I was first rank in my platinum subdivision. So there was no one even close to me. Like I had so many more points than the second person. It was ridiculous. Like at one point, I think I had something like 6,000. Next person had 2,000. One point, I had 11,000. Next person had 6,000. You know, it was kind of like that. So it wasn't not a close chase by any means. But it would not put me into Masters. It was refusing to promote me. And the only way I finally got into Masters, and I'm still a little happy about this because it only happened like a week ago, but the only way I got into Masters was by getting on, I believe, something like a 15 or a 17 win streak, at which point it can't really do much but to promote you. So I'm happy to say that. But if you are looking for tips to get promoted, then yeah, win streaks is really the only way, because I've even played lots of games where, you know, you would win many games over and over and over again and then just lose one, and then you still wouldn't get promoted, which is kind of odd, but anyway, so that's kind of the idea. Now, the last little thing I want to talk about before this game ends is the fact that, once again, stats do not matter in this. Like, you only care about the win, and you have to adjust the way you play to that. Like, objectives here, especially in, you know, in Champions, where you have slightly more specific rules, everyone tries to play a little bit more professionally, and even the maps, and like for example here, there's a limited number of maps, and only certain game taps are allowed on each map to guarantee that they're fair, or whatever you want to call it. Kind of like GB or MLG, if you guys know what I'm talking about. And the idea with that is that you do have to play seriously. Like, in all fairness, this game was not the hardest thing ever, and, you know, we were, like, you could see me win a lot of the gunfights, and by this point, we were really far ahead, so it wasn't like we were going to lose or anything like that. But the main thing is you have to play carefully. You have to make sure you jump on objectives. You have to go as hard as possible, because that's what League is. You're trying to win no matter what. And I will definitely cover some more strategies. Well, more. I didn't cover any strategies this time, but I will definitely give you guys some more info on strategies and stuff like that with the next episodes. But I just wanted this one to be kind of like a intro to League play and what you guys can expect. But it's a lot of fun. Like, take it from me, it's a lot of fun, and it's definitely worth the time. Now, you can see I'm using sentry guns and guardians, like I said in my last commentary, because they're really awesome. Because the one thing with this League thing is teammates are so important. Like, I'm thankful to my friend Will, because he did a great job this game. Like, you can see his score in a second. He did great, so thank you, Will. You can check out his channel, by the way. I put a link here, because he's a really chill dude. But the point is, you have to have good teammates, and if you don't, you're gonna have a hard time. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. I hope it was entertaining for you, and look out for more League. So, catch you next time. Peace.